Thank you, Heather from CTN's Family Mentor Program, for joining the Simcoe Information Fair. Please describe your organization's vision and tell us how this fits in with CTN's focus on the F words of childhood development.
Thanks for asking me, Angela. The CTN Family Mentor Program's vision is to reduce isolation felt by many parents and caregivers of children and youth with disabilities. In our program, we believe that connecting parents to each other can help build a community of support and help families feel less alone. And the F words is a really perfect fit with our program because we work on a holistic framework where we're supporting the entire family, which then supports our clients and children. Not just our clients are being supported, but the family unit as well. We recognize that by supporting parents and caregivers, we can make really meaningful changes within the whole family unit. We also believe that creating healthy families creates healthy children, and the whole family as a unit is important to support.
So are you able to briefly explain what services or supports you are able to offer families right now during this time of physical distancing?
We're really fortunate in our program that we've had very little change to the Family Mentor Program. It really has always been a virtual program, supporting families remotely to each other. We've believe that that makes it more accessible for families rather than having to meet in person. We have a roster of over 40 trained volunteer mentors who are parents who are able to take on family referrals just as we always have. It will continue to be virtual. Most of the connections are made by email or phone, so none of that has changed at all for us, thankfully. We're currently supporting over 80 families with their individual struggles or needs. And of course, during this pandemic, those needs are often greater or have changed a little bit. And we can all relate to some of those changes as parents of children with special needs. So some of our typical reasons for referral: if a parent or caregiver is struggling with a new diagnosis, if they're challenged by a transition, if they need to speak to someone who's just been there and been through some of those things. And even if they have some challenges during this challenging time, it's nice to just have some ideas to bounce off other parents. All they need to do is reach out to someone on their child's team or call CTN Access to get a referral to our program. It's very simple. Then we call them and they're matched based on their needs to one of our 40 mentors across Simcoe and York region.
Heather, can you share the plans to support children and youth and their families that you may have moving forward?
Absolutely. With our diagnostic program still running for a diagnosis of autism, we're actually able to still support the workshops to support families before they go through a diagnosis or an assessment and after. So we're doing virtual workshops with families, so that will definitely continue. And it's also going to be ramped up. We're going to add some more dates on our website as well. We're also co-facilitating SIB shops for siblings. Again, that whole family unit's really important. So not only do we support parents and caregivers, but we have also been trained on SIB shop facilitation. So we're also supporting with some of our other CTN teams. We're going to be adding some new dates for workshops and webinars. We constantly are looking for feedback from families on what topics are of interest to them. And we're ready to just host one whenever we have a topic and a need out in the community. So we're actually always looking for parent feedback and from our partners also as well. What are the topics parents are looking for right now while life is a little extra challenging? What are some of those topics? We don't want to overwhelm families, but we're really ready to go with webinars and topics whenever there's a need. So we hope to continue to do that as long as we have to.
That's great. Thanks, Heather. If a family did have feedback to share, how would they go about doing that?
Okay, so Angela, they can actually reach out to me at Heather. I'm Heather Hamilton at hhamilton@ctnsy.ca. If you have a topic for a webinar, if you have any questions about our mentor program, or if you're finding that you do have a little bit of time at home and you'd like to volunteer for our mentor program and become a volunteer mentor, we can also do virtual training and you can become part of our mentor group as well. So they can reach out to me if there's any questions at all.
Great. Thank you, Heather. We really appreciate you joining us for the Simcoe Information Fair.
Thanks so much for having me.
Bye. Take care.